Basis of nutrition. So nutrition is nourishment or energy that is obtained from food consumed. The process by which an organism ingests, digests, absorbs, transports, and utilizes nutrients and disposes of the end products is called nutrition. So, good nutrition is essential for normal growth, and development. It also prevents diseases. A nutrient is a component of food that must be supplied to the body in a suitable amount. In order to grow, reproduce, and lead a normal life, nutrients are classified as carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, mineral salts, and water. Balanced diet is a diet which contains all the nutrients in the required amount. The diet may be liquid, semi-solid, or solid. If any nutrient is taken more or less than the required amount, it affects the person health. For example, if a person takes diet less than the required amount, it causes deficiency disorders or malnutrition. So balanced diet is important to prevent person from malnutrition. Balanced diet prevent deficiency and malnutrition. So it can lead to obesity. So it also prevents person from malnutrition. And if a person takes balanced diet less, then it can also lead malnutrition. If the diet is taken in excess that is more than the required amount, it can lead to obesity. If a person wants to live a healthy life, she must have the knowledge about a balanced diet. We have a BMI, which is equals to weight in kilogram upon height in meter square. So recommendations for daily food intake sorts foods of similar origins and nutritive values into food groups and advise that a certain number of servings from each group be eaten daily. If this plan is followed, the resulting dietary intake is likely to be well balanced. The 5 main food groups are bread, rice, cereal and pasta, fruits and vegetables, meat, fish and alternatives, dairy products example milk, cheese and yogurt, and fats, oils and sweets. Fats, oils and sweets are also important. Bread, rice, cereal and pasta. The first food group includes preparations for cereals and millets which are staple foods. So these are staple foods: bread, rice, cereal and pasta. These foods provide more than half of our body's daily need for energy and proteins. In addition, if the whole grain or its flour is used in preparation, these foods can be a valuable source of thiamine and iron. So bread, rice, cereal can be a good source for thiamine and iron. The foods in this group include rice, wheat, jawar, bajra, maki, ragi, rava, rice flakes, sevaya, extra. A one serving is equals to 1 slice of bread, 1 small bread roll, 2 large crackers, 25 grams cereal, vegetables and fruits. Vegetables and fruits are rich source of provitamin A and ascorbic acid or vitamin C. So vegetables and fruits are sources of provitamin A and ascorbic or vitamin C. Green and yellow vegetables and fruits are rich in vitamin A. One serving should contain 50 grams of vegetable or fruit. All vegetables and fruits share one common component which brings them together in one group. This component is the yellow plant pigment beta carotene. Yellow plant pigment, which is beta carotene. Which is a precursor of vitamin A. Precursor of vitamin A. One serving should be equal to a medium orange banana, 100 gram of cooked raw vegetables, 125 milliliter fruit or vegetable juice, and 1 cup soup. So then we have meat, fish, and alternatives. This group includes the major sources of proteins in our diet such as dals, pulses, milks, eggs, fish, poultry, and meat. Most of our protein requirement is met by these foods. One serving of each of these foods provides about 5 to 6 gram of protein. Only 2 to 3 servings are recommended because they have a high fat content. Then we have dairy products. This group includes milk, cheese, and yogurt, which are rich in calcium and vitamins. 2-3 servings per day are recommended. Dairy foods are often rich in fat. 250 ml milk or yogurt and 50 gram cheese in one serving should be included to prevent malnutrition. Then we have fats, oils, and sweets. Fats and oils are two major classes of food that include ghee, butter, and vanaspati, which are used as spread and for seasoning or shortening. Sugars include jaggery preparations such as jam, syrup, etc. In addition to adding taste of all these food provide energy, sugars are the readily available energy source. Then the first nutrient we have is carbohydrates. In the Indian dietary system, about 70 to 80% of energy required by the food is provided by the carbs. Let us consider the nature, functions, requirement, effects of deficiency, and sources from which they are obtained and how they are utilized in the body. Carbohydrate is a simple sugar or a compound formed by the combination of two or more sugars. There are many carbs and all are compounds of CH and O. Many of these are important for our body. But few are not important for our body. Carbs are synthesized by plants. They occur in several forms. They are found in cereals, pulses, roots, fruits, honey, juices, and vegetables. We have classification of carbs. First is monosaccharides. These are simple sugars. All carbs must be broken to monosaccharides before they are used in the human body. The most important monosaccharides are glucose, also known as dextrose. These are the sugar group in which carbs are carried out in bloodstream. It is found in fruit, honey, and some vegetables. Then we have fructose. Fructose is a fruit sugar. It is found in the honey, fruits, and vegetables. Same. Then we have galactose as a monosaccharide. It is found in very small quantities in animals and plants. It is usually found during certain enzymatic processes like hydrolysis of lactose. Hydrolysis of lactose. Next we have disaccharides. These are composed of two units of monosaccharides. They are also called double sugar. The most common disaccharides are sucrose. It is commonly used as stable sugar and is made up of 1 unit of glucose and 1 unit of fructose. So sucrose is made up of glucose plus fructose. It is found in many fruits and plants, example coconut, palm, etc. Coconut, palm, etc. Next we have lactose. These are all disaccharides. Sugar present in milk of all the mammals is called lactose, which consists of 1 unit of glucose and galactose. It is present in milk. Then we have maltose. It is a malt sugar. It is formed during germination of seed and digestion of starch in human body. It is made up of 2 units of glucose. Okay, next classification we have polysaccharides. These are made up of many units of monosaccharides. Most polysaccharides are insoluble. The important polysaccharides are dextrin, It is formed during enzymatic breakdown of starch to maltose during digestion in the human body during the germination of seed. Next polysaccharide we have cellulose. Is a polysaccharide which is found in the cell structure of virtually all plant matter. It is the most abundant organic compound on earth. Human cannot digest cellulose and falls into the category of indigestible carbohydrates called dietary fiber. Next we have functions of carbs. Carbohydrates play an important role in our body as follows. It supplies energy, essential for the oxidation of fats, exerts sparing action on proteins, some carbs are present as tissue constituents, and they add flavor to diet. Infant needs 40 to 60% of total calories. Preschool children up to 5 years need 40 to 60. Older children 5 to 12 years needs 50 to 70. Adult needs 50 to 70, and expected mother needs 40 to 60% of total calories. Next nutrient we have proteins. These are present in all living tissue, example plants and animals. They are essential to life because vital parts of the nucleus and protoplasm of every cell are protein. Proteins are very large organic compounds which contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Protein usually contain about 16% nitrogen. Protein also contains sulfur, phosphorus, iron and other minerals. The presence of nitrogen is significant because it is always present in proteins but not in carbs and fats. Proteins are very complex compounds. Each protein is a large molecule formed by combination of amino acid. These are near about 21 amino acids. Okay, we have essential and non-essential amino acids. Essential and non-essential. Essential is isoleucine, then we have leucine, then lysine, then methionine, then we have alanine, we have arginine, we have asparagine and aspartic acid. So this is essential and this is non-essential. We have other also. In essential, phenylamine, theanine, tryptophan, valine, histidine. Then we have non-essential is cysteine, This is tine and this is T. Then we have glutamic acid. ये door खोलना. गिल्लू. ये door खोलना. Then we have glutamic acid. Then we have glutamine. Then we have hydroxyproline. Then we have the classification of proteins. We have simple proteins, conjugated proteins, derived proteins. Simple proteins, these are albumin, globulin, and protamines. These are the simple in structure. Fibrous protein, histones. Simple proteins are albumin, globulin, and protamines. These are simple in structure, fibrous protein, histones. Then we have the conjugated proteins. They have nucleoproteins, glycoprotein, phosphoprotein, hemoglobin, and lecithin. Protein. Glycophospho. Then we have hemoglobin and lecithin protein. We have then derived proteins. These are the proteases, metaprotein, coagulated proteins, peptones, and peptides. The main dietary source of protein is milk, fish, egg, meat, pulses, and cereal. The nutritive value depends upon the essential amino acids. We have then the functions of protein. One of the important functions of dietary protein are the replacement of daily loss of body protein to supply the amino acids for the formation of tissue protein during growth. Carbs and fats cannot substitute protein because they do not contain nitrogen. Body continuously undergoes wear and tear, which is repaired by proteins. To supply amino acids for the synthesis of enzymes, plasma protein, certain hormones, hemoglobin, and vitamins. To supply amino acids for the growth of fetus during pregnancy. To supply amino acids for the formation of milk during lactation. Proteins also act as a buffer and maintain pH of body fluids. Protein also helps in transportation of nutrients like lipoprotein and various drugs. Protein is also helpful in maintaining osmotic pressure of blood. Protein increases metabolism. It is also a great source of energy. First is dietary protein, body loss of body protein. Then repair, wear and tear. For the growth of fetus during pregnancy. Fetus growth during pregnancy. Formation of milk during lactation. Transportation of nutrients like lipo and various drugs. Helpful in maintaining osmotic pressure of blood. Increases metabolism. Great source of energy. Next we have fats. Most concentrated source of energy in our body, they constitute an important part of our daily diet. They supply 10 to 30% of energy needs. Fats contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Pure fat is composed of a molecule of glycerol. The sources of fats are vegetable oils, vanaspati ghee, butter, meat, eggs, milk, and nuts, etc. The term fat is applied to a group of natural occurring substances characterized by their insolubility in water, but these are soluble in some organic solvent like ether and alcohol. So we have the types of fats. We have saturated. It has no bonds. It cannot be altered by hydrogenation. Its most important sources are butter and animal fat, so it is also called animal fat. It is usually solid at room temperature. Solid at room temperature. Then next we have unsaturated fat. It has one double bond and it can be altered by hydrogenation. It is found in some margarine and in most vegetable oils. Found in some, yeah, they are liquid at room temperature. It is also called vegetable fat. Then we have the polysaturated fat. It contains two or more double bonds and can also be altered by hydrogenation under various conditions. Next we have functions of fats. So fats act as a concentrated source of energy. They provide more energy as compared to carbs. More energy than carbs. They are essential for fat soluble vitamins A, D, K. Essentially, fatty acids are important for the maintenance of tissues. They reduce the bulk of diet. Fats also have satiety value that gives fullness of stomach. Some fats are components of nervous system. The deposited fat act as a source of energy during starvation. The internal adipose tissue provides protective cushion for viscera. It provides cushion, protective cushion. The deposited fat act as a source of energy during starvation. The external adipose tissue act as an insulator, conserving body